And as we continue our community connection, 10 Tampa Bay's Frank Wiley joins us live for the 9/11 Memorial in Madeira Beach.
Yeah, and Dave, as you know, over the last hour or so, we have shared the importance of this memorial right here and how it got here. Also, we want to talk about this because some folks say they have been waiting for years to fix a problem and it impacts safety. That includes bridge erosion and a draining issue that impacts a lot of people. The state awarded the city $1.5 million to dredge sand along Johns Pass, which they believe would solve the problem. 10 Investigates' Jen Titus takes us beyond the timeline.
Yeah, like you just said, they've had that funding now for 2 years, yet nothing has happened. Water rescues continue to take place. The drains continue to clog up. For the local business owners here at Johns Pass, they say it's time for the dredging to start.
People come here because they know they can come to a beach, they can park their car 10 feet away, and they've got all the shade in the world. It's an attractive nuisance by definition.
Dylan Hubbard says the caution tape,
It just gets ripped off.
and there's literally dozens of signs out here.
Every piling has a sign.
Warning people not to swim or trespass is still not enough to keep people away from this part of Johns Pass.
You have a dangerous attraction to tourists who don't know any better, think this is a beach. They go out here and go swimming and get swept away. We're constantly saving people who are either getting swept in or out of the channel off this sand.
He's one of 4 generations that has owned and operated Hubbard's Marina. He says since the 90s, Johns Pass has dealt with sand piling up and sticking around, causing issues for businesses along the boardwalk, tourist, and even marine life.
We're seeing businesses flooded. We're seeing a huge safety occurrence. It's impacting the natural wildlife. Manatees are forced away from their historical migration patterns.
Not to mention the dangerous current. Hubbard says the sand accretion at the pass creates an extremely strong tide. It's because of those issues Hubbard spent years putting together a grassroots movement, putting together flyers, sending dozens of emails to city and state leaders, pushing for change.
It's only about mid-tide, and the friendly fisherman is sitting on dry ground.
Change that finally came in 2022 when the Florida legislature awarded the city $1.5 million to dredge Johns Pass.
I thought we were done. We got the money. We took pictures with the big check. This money is going to help us to do a dredge project, get rid of this sand, and hopefully not have a problem for 5, 10, or 15 years.
But since then,
We're still putting Band-Aids on this thing instead of actually solving the problem.
the problems just continue as the project has yet to start.
We are required to obtain a variety of permits. The 2 lengthiest and one are from the the state of Florida Department of Transportation, and then the United States Army Corps of Engineer. And right now it's within the Corps, and we're hoping that they will approve it, if not by the end of this month, by the end of September.
10 Investigates asked City Manager Robin Gomez about why it's taking so long to get started. So they told us today that they just received an application from the city proposing to dredge a portion of Johns Pass in late July 2024. Did they just get that from you guys?
They've had all the information, but they got the final product a couple of months ago, and now we're just waiting for them for the approval.
An approval he still believes will only take a few months.
Anywhere from 6 to 8 feet will be removed. Could be as much as 10 feet of sand, and so that'll lower everything. The water will come up to a certain area, and that'll allow for more water to flow out.
Because he knows the dangers that come from the water here.
If I recall, about a dozen or so, anywhere from a dozen to 20 rescues out here just in the last year alone.
We'll have a rescue here later today if these people pick their hands up off the ground.
It's something Dylan says he sees all too often, and for the sake of businesses, homeowners, and tourists, he hopes the Army Corps of Engineers signs off on the project now.
It is absolutely incredible that we're still dealing with this.
And while the city manager says this project should begin next month, the Army Corps of Engineers tells me because of the high workload, they cannot tell me a guaranteed time this project is set to begin. In the meantime, guys, I can tell you we've been out here for hours now, and not a minute has gone by that somebody's not been in that water or standing there on that barge. For now, we're in Madeira Beach tonight. Jennifer Titus, 10 Investigates.
Big thanks to Jen for that report there. By the way, you can find more stories from Madeira Beach and many other neighborhoods on our free 10 Tampa Bay app. Just scroll down to the Community Connection section.